Alrighty everybody, what is up? I am back with another day of Spyro gaming, and I hope you guys are excited, as I am always. The day today is February 26th, 2026, and I feel pretty good. More energy, definitely, than yesterday. Definitely need a new controller at some point soon. I think that we're starting to reach the point where I'm going to start complaining about my controller. Hopefully not a lot, but, you know, just in these first couple seconds. You can tell a lot about how it's going to go on a given day in the first 2 seconds of playing the game. And in these first 2 seconds, I can tell that like I said, my energy levels are better, but, you know, the controller's fine. I mean, I'm just whining about nothing. I might be a little whiny about nothing. We'll see. But, let me turn on my input viewer here. Get that going. Let me also, head over to Dry Canyon real quick. Do a quick warm-up on that. Might also head over to Dark Passage as well as Twilight Harbor, review some of those strategies that I learned yesterday. And then we'll get into some runs. What up, Megan? What up, Pablo? How you guys doing? Welcome. What's up, Halvadi? Ooh. Definitely not paying attention here. But yeah, had a nice big breakfast today. Kind of a bigger than normal breakfast. Hopefully that doesn't impact me with too much lethargy for my grind, but I'm hoping that it won't. Yeah, thank you for the good luck, Halvadi. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, Halvadi. It's great to see you. Testing the YouTube chat today. Yeah, yesterday YouTube chat was like kind of broken. It would only display short messages, I guess. So we'll see if it's any better today. There's actually an option, I didn't do this today, but I might do this on a future stream. There's actually an option where I can double YouTube stream, like do the horizontal and vertical stream, like as 2 separate things, like automatically through YouTube. So I might try that tomorrow or something, we'll see, if it's not like super scuffed. What's up, Gary Bradley? How you doing? If I remember to, I'll try it. What's up, Range? How you doing? Oh, let me make a save state here. Oops. Here, I'll do this. Destroy these, get this, and then make a save state right here. Change my color as well. This is very important. Ember. I dislike this color. Let's go trans. I haven't done this in a while. That's cute. Alright. Do this. Save state created. Let's roll. Hunger message. Yeah, right, Megan? That's why I'm making a whole video about it, which I'm still haven't really edited at all yet. We'll get there, we'll get there. Might be a minute. Excited for the run. Welcome, JC. Hope you're doing well. What's up, D-Ty? Great to see you as always. What's up, Ritara? Alright, let's keep getting this strat here. Dude, why am I so bad at this? This is like genuinely so much harder going left than going right for me. Do not know why. Oops, and then that. Did I find out why the spider fucked me on race 1? Oh god, let me try thinking back to that. If my memory is serving me correctly, the reason why the spiders fuck you over in high caves, and in race 1, I think this is relevant. is if you bonk or do anything slow at the start of the level when you have to kill all those enemies, that will affect the spider cycle later on when you're supercharging through them. So my guess, without giving you a 100% answer, like looking at it right now, is that that's probably what happened. I probably bonked on an enemy, and so I was not feeling good about the spot. Oh wait, no. I remember now what you're talking about. You're talking about how my supercharges got canceled. And the reason for that, which is like even more stupid, is because basically if you run over uneven terrain while supercharging, the game basically cancels your supercharge. I don't really have a more complicated way of explaining that. The game just doesn't like you going over uneven terrain or grazing up against like tiny walls and edges. So even if you don't bonk, if you graze against weird polygons and the game doesn't like how you're crossing over them, it'll just cancel your supercharge basically. And there's really not a whole lot you can do about it, especially in a level like High Caves, where the cavern area is like super uneven ground and, you know, shit like that. Like there's nothing you can do. So that's the explanation for that. I hope that helps. That's why I was so pissed about it. I was like, really, twice? It happened twice in a row, which is just like super rare. It's annoyingly uncommon for it to happen once, but twice in a row is like, fuck you. Speaking of fuck you, I am not getting this strat at all right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try like no resetting the strat here, instead of just save stating the moment I fuck something up. Oh my god, I keep missing that. What's up, Jord? What's up, Electro? Damn, just had Wendy's? That's good. What'd you have, Baconator? I'm a Dave's single kind of guy. Baconator is just too much like meat to bun ratio for me. I know some people love that, but for me, I need a lot of veggies on my shit. Yeah, Dave knows the fucking deal. Chicken nugget meal. The burgers are like pretty intense. Like if you're not feeling like if you're not super jonesing for like a fucking heavy ass burger, Wendy's will instantly send you into like diarrhea mode for sure. Like it's like no question. You have to be like low-key starving and like super in the mood for a burger to like really smack down on a Wendy's burger, because it's like they're good burgers, it's just they're just really heavy, like you said. It's like holy shit. It's like if you're just wanting a snack, you know, and you have a Wendy's fight, you have a fucking Baconator, you're just gonna be on the toilet all night. That's just how it goes. Do I ever buy beef straight from the farmer / rancher? I would like to do that. I think technically I could do that out here in Virginia. If I drive out of the city like half an hour, I could probably find a place. In fact, I've driven past a farm on the way up to Pennsylvania. I remember that you could buy beef from, so. No, the short answer to your question is no, I've never gone through the trouble to do it myself, though I do hear the health benefits are highly worth it. Because buying like, you know, organic grass-fed beef at a grocery store is like definitely different than just buying it directly from a farm. Definitely all the marketing bullshit really doesn't mean much. So yeah, I'd be interested in doing that, and buying like the reason why, here's why. Actually I know the reason why I don't do it is because I don't have the space in my apartment to put a big freezer. If you go through the trouble of like buying like, you know, it usually, this is my opinion. Anyone who buys meat from a farmer, feel free to fill me in on this. But the way I understand it is that it's usually not worth it unless you're buying like a half cow or like a full cow's worth of meat, which is a lot of fucking meat. Like, yeah, you could go to these farms and buy a few steaks, sure, but like, you know, the reason you, like the economical way to do it is to buy a lot at once. If you're gonna go out there and do it, you buy a half cow or a whole cow. So if I'm gonna do that, you need to have an entire freezer dedicated to just beef storage, which you know, if you have like a garage or something, you know, you can buy, you know, a big ice chest or whatever, you can do it. But yeah, that's how I understand it, is like if I'm gonna go out of my way to go buy like farm raised meat, that I generally am going to want to buy more, and I don't really have the space to store that much, freeze that much. Let me know if I have the wrong read on that. Like, if you guys are just like, oh yeah, I drive an hour away to a farm and buy like 3 steaks and it's fine. Like, let me know if that's like a thing that's like worth doing. It just doesn't seem that way to me at a glance. Or more realistically, I'd probably buy like a dozen steaks and some ground beef maybe. Like enough to fill up my freezer, and that's it, you know. That would be like the more realistic thing I could manage. Oh, thank you, Ranting. Yeah, it's cool to see the under the hood with all this practice. Some will do a quarter, but it still fills a regular freezer all the way up. Yeah, that's a good... Dingle makes a good point. There's just because you buy beef from a farm, that's not a guarantee that the beef you're getting is like higher quality than what you're getting in a store. I mean, hopefully it is. Generally, you know, if you go to a humane, you know, farm, you trust the, you know, the farmer, then yes, it is, but that's not like a guarantee either. That's a good point. So yeah, one of these days I will do something like that, because I do care about having high quality, like, you know, whole food and stuff in my diet. I do care about it. I, you know, try to eliminate processed stuff as much as possible, except when I'm drunk, and then all bets are off. That's generally my rule. Yeah. What's up, Beard? How you doing? Have I seen? Yeah, I know. Speaking of cows, there's a new boss in RuneScape that's a cow, which is cool. I've not played, you know, messed with it at all. I've watched a few. I've watched like Settled, you know, grind it out a little. But I'm just still out here, just sailing. After today's grind, if I'm feeling up to it, I might do a little beer and sailing. I think I have one more beer in the fridge. You have dairy cows? Oh, yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for me, I can't really consume much dairy, so it's not really super relevant for me, but yeah, in the spirit of the conversation, if you do drink milk and yogurt and cheese, like getting it directly from a cow, even though it's not pasteurized, like this is like a fucking psyop. That people who like raise their own livestock realize it's a psyop, but we don't, because we don't raise our own livestock. We're taught to think that like pasteurized milk products are innately healthier, when really they just have a longer shelf life. They're not necessarily better for you. And you know, there's definitely an argument to be made that's like, okay, well, there's less of a you know, risk of foodborne illness when you're dealing with like pasteurized milk or pasteurized dairy products, which is most of what you see in a grocery store. But you know, it is a different, at the end of the day, it is a different product, a different processing of what should be a natural product, you know, at the end of the day. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of discussion to be had there about the ethics behind the market, not just the ethics of pasteurization, but the marketing around it. The ethics of the marketing of whole foods in our grocery stores. It's all backwards, especially in America. Again, it's like you'll buy, getting back to the beef discussion, it's like you'll buy a pound of like grass-fed organic ground beef, but that is literally not the same thing as getting like a pound of ground beef from a farmer. Like, those are two different products, you know? And it can be hard to tell the difference at times. Yeah, the raw milk thing is a crazy discussion, because on one end it's like, if you consume like a lot of milk and you get a lot from it, which I don't, it's not really relevant to me. There is an argument to be made that raw milk is better for you, but then there's also an argument to be made that it's more dangerous for you as well. It's like both things, like it coexist with when it comes to unpasteurized dairy products. So again, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't really consume dairy products, so I'm not like super duper well read on it. It's just an interesting like catch-22 about the nature of dairy processing. I'm the milkman. Let's head over to Dark Passage, shall we? Do a little bit of that. What, yo, Michael, thank you for the sub to shut the fuck up. Michael, you know what? If it were anybody else, I'd be like, that was pretty rude. But to you, Michael, I know that you would never tell me to shut the fuck up earnestly. You want me to keep ranting all fucking day. I know you, Michael. I know because this guy doesn't shut the fuck up in my DMs. He'll fucking send me selfies of him like on the toilet and stuff. Talk about shut the fuck up. This guy's the king of irrelevant messages. So honestly, I gotta respect it. Thank you for the gift, Michael. Love you. Yeah, milk makes me feel sick as well. Like, even if I have like a little bit of ice cream or whatever. Oh, looks like my disk is full. Hold on. Let me clean out my SSD real quick so I can keep recording. One moment. I'm kind of scared to clean it out because, oh, hold on, here's what I'll do. I'll take like the big streams and clean those out. I'm just cleaning out storage here. Here's my OBS recordings. There they are. Now let's sort by size. Fucking the view, make it be list, or no, the view details in Windows. Okay. 22 million kilobytes, holy smokes. Here, I'll delete some of these MKV files. Looks like some of them were turned into videos, so I'll just delete those. That should clear up some room on the SSD. Let's see how much storage we got on it now. 600 gigs, that should be enough. For now. Why does it say there's insufficient space, bruh? Wait, what's going on? I guess OBS just doesn't want me to record today. Whatever, fine, it's fine. I might have to like close it, reopen it, I don't care. Just no local recording today, we'll be fine. Watch me get world record and be like pissed. Oh my god. Alright, let me see what you guys are saying about milk, because I'm actually curious about this topic. I'm sure there's like a lot of thoughts on this. Guernsey cows are getting more rare because of commercial farming where they don't... What's a Guernsey cow? That's like a milk cow? But they have the best quality milk for nutrition. Huh. Guernsey. Am I pronouncing that right, Megan? Let me know. I'm pronouncing it like I speak Japanese or something. Guernsey. It's pronounced Guernsey. I'm doing it right? Let me know, guys. Guernsey. Maybe I gotta add one of those. Guernsey. Please tell me this is upsetting someone. Megan's like OCD is like off the charts right now for sure. Guernsey. No, you guys want me to actually try pronouncing it right? Guernsey. You're supposed to pronounce it Guernsey. It's a Guernsey cow. Is that better? Is that less annoying? I refuse to believe that. Dude, why do I fucking suck at this level? Okay, let's make a save state after the whirlwind here. Bro just drank an iced coffee. Bro just drank a 1,000 calorie Starbucks beverage. This is now speaking like a passive aggressive HR representative. It's those egg bites, man. Here, let me do it after the dragon here. What's up, Harold? What's up, Dingle? Divine? Is that a fair comparison, Beard? You're saying pasteurization is akin to cooking raw meat? I feel like it's like two different things, isn't it? I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm not really sure if it's like the most apt comparison. I'm not, by the way, let me just say my piece. I'm not against pasteurization. Pretty much every dairy product I ever consume is most likely pasteurized. I'm not like one of these like only consume raw things from the earth like type people. Like I probably was sounding like that a little earlier. I want to like clarify. I eat a ton of processed shit. I don't really care that much. I'm just under the impression that trying to go a little bit more whole with your food natural with your food sources is generally like a better strat. So, and on the topic of milk, it's a very divisive one when it comes to that thought process. It's like, are you sure? Because if you drink raw milk, you're gonna fucking die. And again, I don't drink milk, so I don't really have a stake in any of this either. So like just putting my lukewarm flippy floppy stand. You guys know me, I fucking flip flop on every issue there is. The moment you guys hit me with a dissenting opinion, I'll flip flop all over the place. You guys know me. I'm not the type of streamer to like really lock down an opinion and push it or anything. Especially when it comes to the pasteurization of milk. I just think it's interesting, you know. It's an interesting discussion. Just so we're all on the same page. My streamer to go. If I'm gonna watch a streamer, I want them to have the, like just any opinion and then just defend it in the face of contrary, you know, contrary facts and stuff. I just want them to just like be as stubborn as possible, because that's what being that's what having a strong sense of justice is all about. That's what being an American is all about. It's just having strong feelings on things that don't affect you at all, and then just arguing with people over them. That's what it's all about, guys. But yeah, you know, definitely, you know, pasteurized milk. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's necessarily the best thing either. I think there's benefits to consuming raw milk that pasteurization doesn't have, and there's benefits to consuming pasteurized milk that consuming raw doesn't have. That's currently what I think. Now, that might be wrong. I'm willing to flip-flop for you guys, don't worry. I will say this once again, there is no benefit for me consuming either. They both cause diarrhea for me, so I unfortunately cannot reap these benefits. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Like, does raw milk taste better, like straight from the cow? There was someone in my in the chat earlier that has a dairy cow. Would you vouch that milk straight from the cow is like way better than anything you can get from the store, just taste-wise? It's kind of like a similar thing with eggs, right? Where it's like if you get like eggs that are like more like natural, like straight out of the chicken's asshole or whatever, that you'll get like the more orangey yolk. But like eggs, I'm not really sure if there's like a taste difference there per se. It's just like, they're just better, quote unquote. They look different, maybe a little. You have chickens? So okay, so do chickens straight from do eggs straight from the chicken asshole taste better, in your opinion? Because for the difference, like taste, and I'm just saying taste-wise. I'm not saying, I'm obviously like free-range eggs and all this are healthier. I think that's like fair to, that's like not really a debate. Than like these GMO eggs where the chickens can't move or anything. You know, obviously free-range, you know, whatever, naturally sourced eggs are going to be more humane and generally more nutrient dense as well. With the GMO eggs that I be getting from Walmart all the time, I think the actual taste, just talking about just the taste difference, the texture difference is that they're a little waterier in my experience. But I haven't eaten a ton of, like, I don't own chickens, so I haven't eaten a ton of, like I said, eggs straight from the booty hole. I have not eaten many. I've only eaten a few in my day. So I don't really have a good experience to speak on. Yo, Marquisha, thank you for the 32 months. Big! With a powerful message, thank you. Yeah, Spyro looks good in this outfit. They're injected with saffron? Isn't saffron like really expensive? But you're talking about like supermarket free-range eggs, you know, which I guess are different than actual free-range eggs. Let's see what Megan says. She got eggs. She got chickens. Store-bought eggs are a couple weeks old by the time they get to the store. Okay. Megan says she thinks yes. She thinks yes that the eggs taste better from straight from the booty. Oh, so it's more like about how fresh they are rather than like how humanely they're treated in terms of the actual taste difference. Would you say that's like a fair statement? Like probably both things have an effect. Depends on their diet. Yeah, the diet is a big factor. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. True. Same thing with like cows. We were talking about beef earlier. Like the shit that you feed a cow is like can have a pretty big impact on the taste of their meat and their fat content and all that. The farmer's market near you is just store-bought eggs that they're selling outside. And you know what? You know what? I bet you that's like the fucking grift of for so many farmers markets. There's got to be at least like one stand where they're just buying shit from a grocery store or from Costco and then just packaging it all nice and then just selling it to you. Like at a stand on the farmers market. Support local businesses. Literal, what's it when they, scalping, literal grocery scalping. I bet you a lot of farmers markets have at least one guy that's doing that. If you own your own chickens, you can feed them whatever, fiddle with the flavor. Yeah, I see what you're saying. More customization. If you actually care about like the flavor and nuance of an egg, you know, like obviously owning a chicken, you're gonna be able to fine tune that. Tablespoon. Egg scalping, bro. Oh my god. Wait, chickens can eat their own eggs? That's like... they can like do that? That won't like fuck them up? They do. I didn't even know that. God damn, chickens are savage. They'll eat anything. Would they eat human? Like, okay, like say I like sustained someone shot me in the arm with a shotgun. A big chunk of my arm fell off into the chicken feed. Whoops. Would they eat that? No, I wouldn't eat. Eating human is bad for humans, as far as I understand. Like, unless you're in a survival situation and you have no other source of sustenance, then eating human is not good for you. That's why I'm asking. It's like, if chickens can really eat anything, like human is like the ultimate test. They would totally do it, you guys think? Do you guys think they'd get sick from that or anything, or no? Pigs would? Pigs would eat it? Why am I surprised chickens eat their own eggs? I don't know, just kind of funny, I don't know. And you're saying the comparison is some humans eat their own placenta? What the fuck kind of comparison is that? You guys are off the wall with the comparisons today. The fuck? I'm not even gonna respond to that. That's wild. Yeah, I eat my own snot, and Bear Grylls drinks his own piss too. I'm aware that you can do that stuff. I'm not saying. Never mind. Now here I am making stupid comparisons. See what you got me doing? Now we're just making stupid comparisons. Fucking losing battle here, trying to reason with this type of stuff. Bro, Deo, why are you surprised that chickens eat their own eggs? I literally eat my own shit every day. That's not what I said, dude. That's not what I said. Oh my god. Yeah, your mom eats my cum. So, like, what's the difference? Yeah, turn on my fan, dude.
You know, I think you just might be the dragon.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I actually have heard about that, Megan, is that you feed them, like, eggshells or whatever. I have heard about that. Nice cock expert. Doesn't that, like, help with the soil? Because another thing I've learned about chickens, I had a friend that owned chickens, that's why I'm, like, so interested by this conversation, is that they, like, destroy the soil, like, wherever they live and forage. They, like, something like in the nitrate or whatever in their poop or something, I don't know, like, just completely decimates the soil, as far as I understand. And, like, I think eggshells and, like, you know, doing a lot of manual composting is supposed to, like, help with that. I don't know. If you have any insight on that, feel free to enlighten me, Megan. And eggshells are, from what I understand, good for composting. Of course, you were talking about just directly feeding the shells to the eggs, but another usage of eggshells. Oh, it's good fertilizer. So it's good, but it's also, like, easy to be, like, too much of a good thing, is what you guys are saying? Oh, the reason why it's so fucked up where the chickens, like, the ground is so fucked up where a chicken farm will live is because they're constantly, like, they're not letting the shit, like, have room to, like, grow at all because they're just fucking destroying it all. So even though it is, like, good fertilizer, you know, it's like they go overboard with it wherever their living space is how I'm understanding this. Leaches into rivers, which is really bad for the water. Well, good thing we don't have to drink river water, right? Like, even if you live by a river, aren't you supposed to like tap into the water table like from a well? Isn't that like how that? Or if you don't have access to a city municipality water system? Like, it's pretty rare for most people, even in rural areas, to filter waters directly from a freshwater river or something. As far as I understand, feel free to enlighten me on this. You guys are full of like intriguing like livestock and rural life information today. I don't know why I'm so intrigued by it, but yeah. Oh, you're saying just like for the wildlife, for the environment, you're saying, not necessarily for humans' water consumption. I see what you're saying. Dude, yeah, when you go to a place that like taps into the water table and it's like you can taste them, you not just taste, but you can see the minerals in the water. It's like cloudy water, which if like you don't understand what you're drinking, like you might be like, what? This is weird. But then you drink, you're like, oh no, this is just what water like looks like, you know, when it's near rocks, you know, like, and then you drink and it's like, damn, the fucking minerality tastes so good. Man, I fucking love that. I remember going to music camp up in the mountains and having water like that. Okay, let's do a run. I should, no, actually, before I do this, let's head over to Twilight, just do the double dick in my mouth strat. What's like the best mineral to have like naturally occurring in water? So I'm seeing like a few different like rock names in the chat, like limestone, fucking, see like magnesium, like, what's like the ideal like well water condition? Calcium? Meth? Maybe meth. I think Michael's onto something. Phosphorus, magnesium, and calcium, which I'm assuming are contained within limestone or whatever. Yeah, this is the part that's kind of fucking me up a little. So I gotta go here. Practice from here. Yeah, because it's like a weird run-up after you kill this guy. Yeah, you have to like go wide there. Yeah, I love a good mineral-y water. I'm with you guys on this. Really? What's up, Tata? You're making food and playing old school Iron Man group. Nice. How's that cow boss? There's a few holy wells in Ireland that were built to take the fresh spring water out for months. That's cool. Is milk of mineral water? I'm gonna go with a no. But if you're trying to get deep about it, I mean, technically water is contained in every like beverage that we consume, right? Like milk is partially water, right? You'd say milk is more similar to blood like than water, really? Interesting. Everything that's a drinkable liquid is water. I mean, that's like kind of an interesting question. It's like, how many like drinkable liquids are there that contain 0% water? Like White Monster, maybe? Like some battery, some Red Bull, maybe? Yeah, drinkable liquids, I think all contain some percentage of water, I believe. But feel free to correct me if there's a counterexample to that. Yeah, brisk iced tea is 100% just straight ass. But the kind of ass you can't let go of. I know Monster has water, I was kidding. Oh my god. If mother is type A, father type B, we're learning genetics here. Type B kittens will be harmed by the milk. If you breed cats, you need to make sure the parents are compatible blood. You know, we don't, we just got a new cat recently, and I guess because she's not like a baby, you know, she was like 4 months old. You know, I've never like fed a cat milk before, you know. I'm pretty sure is that only necessary like at the actual, like first couple of days of being born stage, right? That they would like feed from their mothers and stuff. I know it's like the common like thing that it's like, oh yeah, cats drink milk and mice eat cheese, but in reality, I don't think that's like really what happens. Unless we're talking about like infant status. For a couple weeks, yeah. By the time we got our cat, like, she was off the Zaza. 3 to 6 weeks. There you go. Man, I didn't realize I'd have such a learning experience with you guys today. With this shit. I don't like flaming him early anymore. If I'm gonna do this strat, I'm gonna full penis this shit. Cats should drink Red Bull. Dude, I agree. Maybe like that is the play. I mean, I should time it, but I kind of like that. Because then you're like facing the right way, you know what I mean? And you still get the double. I like that. I'm gonna do it like that. It's like a mix of the old and the new. But I guess now that I'm doing it this way, I might as well flame him early now, right? Yeah. You got spaghetti with grated cheese? Nice. What's up, John Bondi? Welcome. You can buy milk for cats that's made not to give them digestive issues, or you can wait till your cat is sitting next to you while you're taking a shit. He's sitting in the fucking like bathtub or whatever, and then you could just like turn on the faucet because they like running water, and they'll just be like. That's a good strat as well. We actually have one of those. I don't really know how much our cats use them because I don't really see them use it a lot, but apparently they do. The fucking like automatic like water fountain things for cats. It's like a little metal tub with like a spigot and it's like shooting out water. If I consider getting puppet co-hosts and turning stream mommy cummy. You just wanted me to say mommy cummy out loud, I think. I think that was your master plan there with that message. I gotta make sure I flame him early this strat. Okay, I get the idea. Let's do a run. Let's get it. refresh the old capture card. Any RuneScape today? Yeah, I'm feeling saucy. I might do a little RuneScape after this run. We'll see. Deactivate, activate. Nice. Whoa. Let's fucking get it. First run of the day. Had kind of a longer warm-up, a fun, you know, livestock learning session during my warm-up. Practicing a couple of new-ish strategies, nothing that crazy though. Thank you for the 50 bits, JT Scorpion. Let's lock in. Ooh, that's stuck. That was very close to working. It's just a little stuck there. Why do speedrunners not play on an original PS1? Because the load times are slower. PS2 is faster because you can set a setting in the main menu called fast dick speed. Which I knew you guys were ready for. So I need to come up with a different like D word. Fast dingle speed. That should work. Let's get it. Fast donut speed. The Homer Simpson. I fucking love this game. Let's reset. Let's actually try to hit that next time. Let's connect the similarities of our farm discussion to Spyro. No thanks. I'm happy with it being a separate thought process. Gone in the wind. Playing on PS3 is also not ideal because they're not running on hardware. So true. So true.
Okay, rolling. Oh,
It's been peace up, Ryan. Thank you for the good luck. Do I get Nesters way more often? Compared to like 2 years ago, yes. But as you can tell, I am not 100% consistent with it. I would say on a good day, I'm like maybe 80% consistent with Nestor. On a bad day, maybe like 50 or less. We'll see. Also, like a weird thing about like the consistency with this trick is like if you're trying too hard, it doesn't work. But if you're not trying hard enough, it it only works when you turn your brain off and just like really just let the muscle memory take over type of deal. It's very odd like that. There's really no rhyme or reason to it in terms of being consistent for me. What's up, cool guy, and go Eagles? Welcome, welcome. So even after, you know, doing this trick and runs for, you know, so many... Oh.
Going to my appointment.
Bye, babe. Love you. Sarah just went to the, she's going to the doctor. Have him look at her teeth. She's fine, just getting like a tooth exam thing. Wait, what time is it right now? It's not, I was about to say, it's almost 2:30. Not quite. By the time she gets there, it'll be 2:30. Is there a strat I wish hadn't been discovered / didn't exist? Nope.
okay, rolling. Oh, it's been
When like the big tricks in this game were like first found, it was definitely a feeling of like, oh fuck, like I have to learn this, and it's like a bit of a struggle, and it's like, will I ever be consistent with this? And like I'm doing runs like with it and without it. So that applied when Nestor Skip like came out, was discovered, I should say, and that also applied when Credit Skip was discovered. Also, when people were starting to push Rat Proxy more, it's like every time there's like a big skip thing that's found, it's definitely this it's not just like, okay, let me just spend a day learning it and now I'm doing it in runs and it's all hunky-dory. It's very much like, for me, like a multi-week long process of like slowly adopting the trick and experiencing my frustrations with it and having those feelings like, man, I wish this trick wasn't ever found, like what you were saying. But now, having gone through all that, I'm glad that these tricks were found and that I went through that. You know, no regrets in hindsight. Thank you for the good luck, Wiggy. How you doing? What's the vibe? Learning today. This is like the educational PBS, like public butt sex channel over here. We're learning about like we're learning about growing your own chicken eggs, or we're learning about how eggs taste different if you have them straight from the chicken's butthole, as well as you know, the benefits and drawbacks of buying an entire cow at once from a farmer. All right, there we go. Let's get it. Let's not miss the fucking plane this time. Whatever it was. Train. Thank you, Mr. T, for the good luck. E. Karam Badass, thank you for the 34 months. 34 months. Hashtag swag. Hashtag YOLO. I'm not going to read all those, but thank you, man. Appreciate it. Wasn't Coney 2012 like a scam or some shit? Fucking sauna. That message was straight out of the Egg Speedrun Discord. Well, I hope you have a nice restful evening, Death. Welcome. Yeah, Coney 2012. I remember all the trendy bitches in high school would be wearing Coney 2012 shirts. Only for like a decade later for me to like watch like a fucking video essay about how it was all a fucking scam. Oh, come on. Should have had that. I just look at the chat and it says, I was living in Florida when the bath salt thing happened. That's all I saw. Bro, what bath salt thing? Oh my god, let me through. Like, I didn't realize bath salts were like a whole epidemic. I just thought they were just one of the many, like, poverty stupid ways to get high, like huffing fucking paint or whatever, or jankum. Like it's like a meme drug. People are eating each other's faces. I mean, I'm not saying that didn't happen, I'm just saying that shit was always like a meme. It's like, you know, it's like kind of sad to say because it's like you see the same thing today with fentanyl, but it's like fent is such a meme. It's like you can't even do certain drugs because you're got to be scared that they're laced with fucking, you know, zombie, you know, medication. It's gonna turn you into a fucking like literal zombie, you know. It's like, dude, who's making all these fucking zombie drugs? You know what I mean? How is making, this is my question, how is making a drug that turns into a fucking zombie, how is that easier than just making any other drug? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we just make that much like cocaine or like, or ecstasy or whatever other drug people want? But no, everything has to be laced with fent now, you know? It's like, why? Why is it that like widespread? Surely there's an answer to this that I don't know. Yeah, big zombie wants everyone to be a fucking zombie. As you guys know, I watch a lot of prison story videos, and one of the only drugs that they'll prescribe you in prison is called Thorazine, and it does the same thing. It literally just turns you into a zombie. You don't even get high from it. You just fucking, your brain just melts, I guess. It's like, what is with our world and zombie drugs? Like, I'm pretty sure people aren't wanting to take zombie drugs, and yeah, that's like the most common, like, classification of drug out there. Is the kind that turns you into a fucking zombie. Yeah, cheaper, I guess. I guess it's cheaper to make drugs that just zombify people than ones that actually make them feel good. Oh my fucking god, this level is going bad. Favorite conspiracy theory? I don't think I have one. I mean, unless you consider this like a conspiracy, is that every electronic object we interact with is designed for government monitoring. I don't think that's a conspiracy, though. I think that's like kind of a proven fact at this point. Like, things that we don't even think of as tools for data gathering and monitoring are exactly that. Like, a funny fucking video I saw, on just scrolling through Reels today, was, you guys know those soda fountains they have at, like, Five Guys that have the touchscreen? Those have if you look at them, they have, like, a little hole for a camera, and they're monitoring what soda you're fucking pressing and how long you take to press it, and they're sending that fucking data to Mark Zuckerberg or whatever to feed you different kinds of ads on your phone. So, I mean, if you want to call that a conspiracy theory, I mean, I feel like it's just an open secret at this point. Yeah, you've bugged your own house. Like, this is the funny thing. It's like people don't even realize all of our houses are bugged. Like, and it's so funny because, like, if I'm ever naked in my stream room, like, you know, my computer's off, whatever, I'll still, like, put a cover over the webcam, but then I'll be looking at my phone while I'm naked, which has a camera pointing straight at my fucking cock, dude. So it's like, it's like you can't win. I can already tell today's run is gonna be like just a total slop fest and me just talking nonsense. And you know what? I'm here for it. Elon made Tesla. Tesla existed before Elon Musk bought it. Oh God. Dude, no, literally, Bash, like, that's the kind of attitude you have to have about, like, privacy and data collection, that if some random fucking CIA agent wants to watch you jerk off, I mean, don't act like that's such a crazy thing, you know, that, like, oh, surely that's not what's that's exactly what's happening. The way I see it is you better hope that your life is uninteresting enough that a CIA agent, like a fucking government agent, doesn't care enough to do that to you. Like, at least manually. That's like, that alone should be like a good reason to just follow the law and just have a boring job and whatever. So that way, like, you're not the object of scrutiny to data overlords. The AI watches us. That is true, and you know, that's a lot of what the data is gathering is for AI. But I don't think that AI is going to become this sentient thing that like outpaces human intelligence. Like, in some ways, you could argue that right now AI is smarter than humans. You could say just in terms of like the raw like amount of knowledge that it can regurgitate. But I don't think it's going to be functionally more sentient than humanity. Because if you like see how AI functions, like I just don't see it, like, I don't know. There's so many like loopholes and fallacies that you can like send AI down that like to think of it as being self-sufficient, I think is like a huge stretch. Just my opinion. And hey, and who knows, maybe that opinion will change in a decade, but you know, that's like a common like, you know, talk about conspiracies and stuff. Oh, AI is going to take over the world and you know, we're not gonna have real girlfriends anymore. They will all be VTuber, you know, AI generated stuff. It's like let's be fucking real. Like that stuff exists, but to say it's gonna take over the world is another thing. But I guess it just depends how you define like taking over the world. Like, again, in a lot of senses, AI has already taken over the world. But I think in the sense, in the doomer, like, end game sense, like, not at all. People talk about sentience and stuff. Close. Let's go. I don't know what the fuck that means, Death. Never heard of that. Yeah, I agree with what Vivi's saying. Like, the amount of resources that go into AI development, like, it's just unsustainable. And people talk about AI like it's gonna be like this self-sustaining thing that's gonna take over humanity, when we can barely sustain it with our own power grid. Like, there's definitely, I think everyone can see that there's limitations to this shit. And yet, everyone is like, there's no limit to how crazy it's gonna get. So it's just, there's like a real, like, back and forth with that. With those two, like, opinions, I think. China's ahead of us in terms of energy development. I believe that. Yeah, it's like, I saw iRobot, you know? It's like... iRobot's a good movie though, man. That was a classic. Man, when I was a kid and I saw that shit went hard. Yeah, back when Will Smith wasn't trash. Yeah, I agree with that, Fitzy. Like, nuclear energy is like easily, I think, inarguably the best source of energy. And yet we're still fighting like old, you know, ostracized like viewpoints on it that are meant to bolster the fucking oil industry. But you know, even with that said, you know, nuclear energy isn't perfect. It's not like, there's no free energy in this world, as all of my physicists in the chat know. Can I have the green, please? Thank you. Oh my fucking, can I have that? Nice. I got the big tricks, but I lost time on sloppiness. Still keeping it even. Do you guys think that in our lifetime, like the value of the dollar will get so like inflated that it'll crash? Like the USD will lose its value in our lifetime? Try 10 years. And when I say like lose its value, I mean like turn into like, you know, in Africa they got like, I don't know if it's like Zimbabwe or whatever, but like, you know, $1 million Zimbabwe dollars is like 1 cent. Like that level of like of devaluing. That's what I mean. Not like, oh, it's like half the value it used to be. I mean like it completely is valueless. Like, will it ever reach that point? Yeah, we gotta start printing the $10 billion. Oh my fucking god, dude. Please? Thank you. It's costing me all my time saved there. You think US would cease to be a country before that happens? That makes sense to me. Well, since we don't think that it's gonna be like a total collapse of like the value of a dollar, like how low will it go, do you guys think? Like what's gonna be like the predominant currency in like 30 years? Chinese dollar? What's that called even? They're called like a yuan or whatever? What's the name of Chinese currency? Not yen. Yen is Japanese, I think. Or maybe I'm just a dumbass and it is yen. Yuan, right? No, I mean, no, feel free to get, like, this is, you're in a room full of stoners who have no idea what they're talking about here. Feel free to, like, just take a wrong guess on this one. We're all just spitballing. It's not like the experts know the answer to this question either. Yuan and yen is the same word? Is it really? Oh, so are they the same currency or no? Because I thought like one was Japan and the other was like China. But feel free to enlighten me. It's yuan, right. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but you know what I mean. How's that even pronounced? Is it pronounced Juan? Juan Carlos Mendoza? Oh, it is yuan. 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 Dude, Chinese people are really good at taking those, like, what an American would say is like a two-syllable word, like yuan, and making that like one syllable, like yuan. Unless I'm just totally misinterpreting the whole thing. And then won is Korean. What the fuck? Why do all these currencies sound the same? My dumb American ass. It's like saying park and bake. I'm assuming that's also pronounced like park. Yeah, this is a lot of these pronunciation problems are definitely not the fault of the original country of origin. They're definitely the fault of the English translation. Like I'll give it up, you know. English is just a dumb. This is just like classic English is a dumb language moment. Yeah, win. That's like one of the worst offenders. Win being spelled Nguyen. Like that's just so wild. And it's like one of the most common names also. That's the other funny thing. Oh my god, rip. I mean, not rip, but remind me in the chat about that red fuck. Red fuck's in the chat. Dude. Guys, I think I'm gonna lose time here. Yeah, how is, I've seen that last name as well, NG. How is that pronounced? Yeah, keep typing red, don't let me forget. That's also pronounced when. So Nguyen is like win, and NG is like when. this box. Yeah, keep typing it. Don't let me get too distracted by these wens. By these wens and wands and yuans and all this. How was the weed last? I didn't smoke any weed at all yesterday. I did cave and have a beer after eating like a bunch of homemade tacos. But no weed. Okay, red fuck. Red win. Red win in the chat, please. Is this gonna be the new meme? I have to be. Yeah, I lost so much time. That was a terrible ice cavern. Do I put sour cream on tacos? No, that's only if I'm on like mega degen mode. Like I have to be at like a Mexican, like a white person Mexican restaurant to do that. But I'll do it if like the situation, or like Taco Bell. Like if I forgot to tell them to take sour cream off of the fucking cheesy bean and rice burrito that already has like 6 other sauces in it, then okay, I'll eat it, you know, but. For me, like the risk of eating sour, again, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know if, I'm assuming sour cream is like, has lactose in it. I don't fucking know. Feel free to correct me. But yeah, it's like the risk of eating sour cream on something does not match the satisfaction of its flavor or texture for me. I used to feel that way a lot, like with mayo as well, until I started getting more into homemade Italian sandwiches. Yeah, I would not call myself a big sour cream guy unless it's already on the plate next to some guac, next to some pico, next to a bunch of beans and rice and enchiladas. Then I'll rock some sour cream. So I'm very selective about my sour cream. Sorry, cream. But from what I understand, sour cream is like one of the most calorie dense like foods out there. Like, just add sour cream to something if you want to add, like, 1,000 calories to it or whatever. Or, like, a few hundred calories. And that goes for a lot of, like, creamy sauces, like ranch, as well. Not that I'm, like, counting my calories or anything, just, like, another reason, maybe. If you're on the fence about adding sour cream or something, you know, it's like, eh. This is gonna give me diarrhea and it's gonna make me fat. And it, you know, is it like, does it taste good enough to justify that? Usually the answer is no. Usually. Unless you're in a sit-down, like, Mexican restaurant with a plate of enchiladas. That's the only exception. Or Taco Bell after, like, 4 beers. Those are the only 2 exceptions for sour cream. Sour cream is good with chili. Yeah, I've seen that. Like, just a dollop of sour cream on top of, like, a bowl of chili. Like, I don't know. I can't do it because, like, once they get mixed together, you know, like, once it gets, like, homogenized, it just gets all gross to me. It kind of turns me off. Dude, the reason I didn't stream the other day was because I went to the local like pub that is known for this fucking bangin' chili. It's like $5 for a little cup of it. And they bring it to you with oyster crackers, and they got 2 different hot sauces on the table. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You go to the American South, you get yourself some good-ass chili at the local bar. Holy shit, man. That was all I needed to down like 4 IPAs, man. Shout out Melito's Chili, man. That shit went so hard. The chalupa street tacos are good. Yeah, I believe it. I don't ever try new things from Taco Bell because they're always overpriced for what they are. Like, I would like to try new things from Taco Bell, but it's just like, dude, I'm not gonna spend $7 on like a chalupa or whatever, you know. Or like I have to totally rework my order like through the app and like get the Lux box for whatever it is, and then by that point you're spending $10 for like one new item and 2 other items and a drink that you don't even want. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, like, it's hard to justify trying new items at Taco Bell. For me. Do I have a preferred IBU bitterness for IPA or just need it to be cold? Yeah, I mean, usually I prefer for an... Here, hold on, let me get through this part first so I don't choke the rest of the level. Go wide. I could have gone left there, but whatever. With IPAs, I'm a staunch believer that you cannot buy them. Like, they're not good out of a can or bottle, even if it's a brand that you like or whatever. They're just objectively like one of the worst like bottled versions of beer. Which I think is a big reason why people hate IPAs, is because they've had a bad experience with a bottled one. And so whenever they order like a good one, that's all they can think of, you know? So to me, it's not necessarily about the ABV, you know, or like the style so much. It's really just a matter of having like something that's quality draft in an ice cold glass, you know, and you're good. And you can just tell if it's good or if it's bad. Like, it doesn't need to be a certain kind of hops. I tend to prefer like Citra hops if you want to get like really pretentious about it, but it's like, Like, I've had great Imperial IPAs, I've had great Citras, great Hazies, great, you know, whatever the fuck. American, Pale. But there's just like a certain taste to a good IPA, fresh draft in a cold glass, that like no matter the style, you can tell whether it's good or not. And it just takes a lot, it takes a true alcoholic to, I'll just say it point blank, to be able to discern that. And it takes drinking a lot of bad IPAs, unfortunately, to know what the good ones taste like. So luckily, since I grew up in a household with a mom that would buy kegs of different IPAs, I learned to make that distinction pretty early on in my beer drinking career. But so it's no wonder that, you know, dudes like me that drink IPA, you know, get that pretentious craft beer, you know, ponytail wearing ass, you know, stereotype, because it's like you kind of have to be that guy to an extent and just try so many bad ones before you really like have a good one. And it's like that with a lot of alcohol, honestly. That's not an experience exclusive to IPAs, but it is definitely true for IPAs. You wish you liked beer? Nah, I mean, it's probably best that you don't. Yeah, don't get into drinking. Just because I'm describing drinking as this fun thing, don't let that like peer pressure you at all. I highly admire anyone who doesn't drink for whatever reason. Like, always got to remember that, like, you know, like, it's, at the end of the day, it is literal poison. Anyone who tries to tell you that an alcoholic beverage is anything more than just, like, straight up poison for your liver and your body is just lying to themselves. So I would not, like, I'll never shake a stick at anyone who chooses not to consume literal poison. It's literal poison. Like, you can't, like... You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to convince me that any beverage with alcohol in it would not be less poisonous without the alcohol in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just literal poison. I don't say that about much, and I eat a lot of like processed food and stuff, and you can definitely make the argument that like fast food and all this stuff is also poison, processed food, but not as much as alcohol. I think even people that are really staunch about like what food they eat and what drinks they drink, I think any nutritionist will tell you that the first thing you should cut out in terms of like consuming better things for your body and not is to cut out alcohol. That's the first thing. If you consume alcohol, that's the first thing you should cut out if you're trying to be healthy. Because it's poison. I mean, like, any rebuttals to that? Like, I feel like it's really hard to argue otherwise. It's poison that tastes good and makes you feel good, I guess. I mean, it's the same thing with cigarettes, you know? It's like no one's arguing that. I mean, I'm sure in the early days, you know, they would argue that cigarettes might be good for you, but that's, you know, obviously a lie as well. So yeah. There's no shame in not drinking. Just because other people like to, you know? Other people like to poison themselves. There's no feeling left out from poisoning oneself, in my mind. And if it's really like I think if you really do feel like you're socially not a part of what's going on because everyone's drinking, which is totally a real thing. I'm not saying that isn't a real thing. That's totally a real thing. I see it, you know, because I'm obviously in a lot of like drinking spaces as well. You know, GDQs and stuff where some people aren't drinking and they're feeling maybe a little insecure about like maybe are they fitting in or whatever. Like, I don't know, like you can just drink water. I mean, like, the fuck? Like, everyone, imagine this. This is, in my mind, this is how I see it as someone who drinks. Is that, like, if everyone's holding, like, a red Solo cup or, like, a bottle of whatever, like, and someone else is holding another bottle of whatever, but there's no alcohol in it, it's not like, oh, okay, this person doesn't have the fucking poison, so, you know, they're different. That's like not how I see it. If you have friends that like literally ostracize you for that, then that's so fucked up. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of friend groups will do that. You know, clown on the one guy that isn't drinking. Or here's what I learned a really big thing at GDQ last time I went. And I don't want to say the name of the person that I like really picked this up from because I think it might be a little embarrassing for them, but there was someone there that I was hanging with that that wasn't drinking at all. And I remember talking to them a lot about it, to the point where it's like, I could tell they were getting tired of talking about that. Like, they didn't want, like, not drinking to be their entire personality, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's probably, like, even more frustrating for someone who's in a, like, environment where everyone's drinking is like, all they're talking about is like, wow, you're not drinking? Wow, great job, you know? Wow, congrats, you know? Wow, I wish I was like you. When at the end of the day, they just want to be like one of the boys, like just a normal person like everyone else. You don't want to be different for that, you know what I'm saying? That was like a real eye-opener for me. Yeah, non-alcoholic beer does exist. It actually, some of it tastes really good, honestly. Like the Athletic non-alcoholic IPAs, they genuinely taste pretty good, which says a lot about like what a good IPA tastes like. Is you just take the alcohol out of it, it's like, wow, this tastes really good. It's like, gee, I wonder what's making some of these worse IPAs taste bad. What's up, Waxy? How you doing? Oops. Oops. I don't think non-alcoholic beer is just for recovering alcoholics. I think it's just for anyone who wants to just fucking drink a drink and just like, hey, let me try this. Let me see how it tastes. So fuck it. Dude, I've drinking them after I've literally drinking non-alcoholic beers after drinking like 4 beers. Just to be like, oh, I wonder what this tastes like. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. How bad am I doing? Oh, it's still a 39. I thought this was gonna be like a 40-minute fucking thing here. That's pretty badass, Adam. That's pretty cool. There's a guy that hangs around the pub that doesn't drink at all. That's fucking dope. I mean, you know, some people just like to hang, you know? I mean, I think that's one thing about like bars and restaurants and things like this is they're so deeply ingrained into our culture of drinking that it's like these are like the hangout spots, you know? Even though the focus of them isn't drinking, the fact that drinking happens so much at them is that it's like people kind of get it twisted in their head that it's like, oh, okay, so this is, it's like if I'm not drinking, I can't, you know, go to the bar, for example. But there are people that just like the fucking vibe of like a fucking musty ass dive bar that smells like cigarette smoke, playing pool with drunk ass motherfuckers, swindling them out of their money and shit. Like, what's wrong with that? And when we're talking about alcoholism, you have to wonder how much of it is an addiction to the drug and how much of it is an addiction to the culture around it as well. I think for like really heavy alcoholics, like they don't really care about the culture so much at a certain point. It's just like, all right, I just have to get fucked up. But it's like, I think that is one thing that like drives them to having that headspace is that like, I have to get fucked up in order to function in this culture. You know, it's like, there's like a cultural element to it, I guess. Not saying that that's like the prevailing reason why someone would drink, but that it's like, that's like part of the equation. And like furthermore, that you can be a part of that like, no, I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but for some people you can be in that culture without necessarily consuming the drug, you know? Like it doesn't have to feel like you're missing out or something, you know? Just because everyone else around you is getting fucked up. And another funny thing about being like the designated sober person at a function is you realize just how stupid and immature people are when they do like consume drugs, not just alcohol. But it's like, it's a real eye-opener when you're like the one sober person at the function and it's like, wow, these drugs are fucking, I don't know, everyone's different, I guess, in this regard. So yeah. Excuse me. What's up, Michael Link? Thanks for the good luck. Neighbor at a party, you tried Mexican beer? That's great. Hope this run's going well. Thank you, Mags. Welcome, welcome. YouTube doesn't like me spreading information. Why is that, Christian? And my stream get taken down or something? YouTube deleted my stream? Really? What does it say? Why? You're kidding me. It's back? Okay. What's up, YouTube? Guys, we're back. I don't know what happened. I was just talking about alcohol, and I guess YouTube didn't like that? I don't know. Did it, like, say, like, this stream was taken down for inappropriate, like... Did it, like, give a reason, or was it just buffering? I'm gonna interpret that YouTube hiccup as just YouTube, oops, as just YouTube being shitty. Not that they were taking my stream down because I was talking about drugs. Unless it like gave a message that says this stream was taken down because of inappropriate illicit drug, you know, whatever. Unless it says that explicitly, I'm not gonna believe that that's the reason. I think it's much more likely that YouTube is just trash. Yeah, and by the way, it looks like it's back now anyways, so I think that hypothesis holds true. You guys know YouTube's been fucking jittery as hell the past like week or two anyways. Like a couple days ago, like fucking the chat wouldn't even work at all. Like last week, the entire website was down for a day. Or for like half a day or whatever. So like I have like a theory that like right now they're like revamping all of their servers and shit. They're like doing a major infrastructure change on the website, is my theory. So I'm gonna attribute that little hiccup to that. Yeah, just YouTube being YouTube. Oops. Oh, come on. They're working hard to make it worse. True. So yeah, if you guys, final message on this, if you guys are having trouble in the YouTube chat, just remember the link to my Twitch stream is in the description, so at the very least you can chat there if you experience any more interruptions. Oh my god. Almost. I give PMA vibes? What is that? Post-menstrual situation? Did you guys know that's literally my initials is PMS? Post-menstrual syndrome? Which platform do I prefer using? I prefer using the one that the most people watch me on. So that would be YouTube. From a UI perspective, Twitch is way better though. But from an ads perspective, YouTube is way better. But I don't care about those things so long as I can reach my audiences as much as possible. I would stream to a fucking cardboard box if it meant like a few hundred people were watching. I would stream to a website held together with sticks and hopes and dreams if that's all I had. Just because I love you guys and I want to connect with you, you know? I want you guys to be able to watch me. That's more important than the website being good. Of course, those two things do go hand in hand, I realize, but I'm not like a fucking... I'm definitely not gonna be like one of these like brand fucking... It's so cringe when people are like, okay, this website's better, that website's better, I'm sticking to this web... Oh, Twitch is dead now. Oh, YouTube is dead now. And I'm going back to... It's like, dude, just fucking watch whoever you want on whatever's the easiest website. It really is not a question of brand loyalty to me. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Take an edible, go for a dude, enjoy, Dev. That sounds divine. Yeah, hopefully that shit'll be hidden by the time you get back. I'll be on mid RuneScape hours, probably. Thanks for the good luck. Damn, it's snowing over where you're at. I'm kind of jealous over here, Dev. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I think anybody that watches live streams a lot realizes that there's benefits and drawbacks to every platform, both as a viewer and as a creator. There's no, like, perfect platform. See you later, yeah. It says no on the profile. I love that profile pic. Yes, Bob, the fucking song request stream nuke is a risk I'm willing to take. Just for the vibes. Yo, Soul's Eyes, thank you for the super chat. Love you too. Good luck with the runs, man. Thank you, Soul. I'm gonna get this out of bounds just for you. Come on, baby. Ooh. Easy money. Thank you for giving me that confidence boost right there, Souls. Coming to Richmond for work. Has it been warm down there? I'm warmer if you're like in a cold place. Like if you're in a place that's been snowing, yes, it's warmer than that. But it's still like hovering around 50, 60 degrees out here. It has not been snowing lately though. Like maybe like very light snowfall with rain, but like no ice on the ground or anything. So yeah, I would say comparatively to other blizzardy parts of the country, it is pretty warm, but still somewhat cold. So yeah, I'd say bring a jacket, but don't go too overboard. Oh my fucking god, hello. Did I get all those? Yeah. Forgot to do the better strat on that. Sus chest. Free pylon from the monkey, not bad. Yeah, there you go, Thana. There you go. Like, it's like the backup plan in case Twitch doesn't actually help you. Also, since you bring it up about notifications, I do have a notification role on my Discord. By the way, back to green on the splits, just barely. So if you really do want to be notified right when I go live, or like, you know, within 5-10 minutes of me going live, join my Discord and get the notification squad role in the Get Rolls channel. I'll also do like stream updates there, so if you're like the type of person to be like, where is he today? I'll usually give an update in my Discord. Oh! Nothing hurts my heart more than like being offline for the day and seeing someone in my Twitch chat offline be like, guys, where is he? It's like, oh man. It makes me feel like, man, I'm the worst streamer ever. So yeah, that's why I have those little Discord picking up the pieces where the YouTube and Twitch notifications are failing. Spend a night at Boogie's house or restart run? I'd probably be easier to just restart the run, right? Yo, Blues Fire, thank you for the fucking sub, man. Hope you're doing well today. I'll read your message here in a moment. Love you, Blues. I know the guy's like a lol cow or whatever, but I'd be genuinely interested to like have a conversation with the guy, you know? I know he's like a crazy narcissist, like lolcow, crazy internet person, but I don't know, I think he'd be an interesting, not saying I like him or anything, he'd be an interesting person to have a chat with. Spend an evening with, you know? I don't know if that's like a crazy take or whatever. 61 months, good luck, have fun. Thank you so much, Bluesfire. You know he's gotta have hella good food. Dude, for real. You put me in the same building as like a 300+ pound man. It's like, you best believe we're gonna be, if nothing else, you best believe we're gonna be eating good. Can I get the, yeah, just making sure. One time you were fixing your overlay while offline and got jump scared with an alert because Jordy followed you. Oh, right. No, I don't even look at the, I always turn off the, not only like for alerts, like obviously I don't have follower alerts, but I don't even have it so that it shows like on my activity feed off screen when people follow. Like I don't know who is and who isn't following me at any given moment. What's up, Mavrosa? How you doing? I mean, I guess I could like look up, you know, whatever. I think if you click on someone's name in the chat, it says like been following for whatever. So I thought, if you were really sleuthy about it, you could still figure it out. But just in terms of like the fucking, you know, all these like activity alert feed things, being like blah 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 person that you vaguely know, or this person that you know you knew back in high school just followed you. Your ex just followed you or something, you know? It's like, I don't want to think about that, you know? This alt of someone who is trolling you, you know, just followed you, that's another one that can like, it's like all these follow alerts just they're just more stressful than anything. It's not always bad either. Sometimes it'll be like, oh my god, that person knows who I am, that's amazing. But even that, I feel like, is a pretty vain response to someone clicking a button on your stream, you know? It's like just because someone else has a big following or something, or you really like their content, it's like that means they get special treatment now, you know? It's like, nah, man. Can't be that way. Can't be so vain. But that's just me. Oh, come on, get up there. W wall glide. Let's fucking, oh my god, get up here. Weird camera. Damn, your birthday's in 2 days? Is that for real, Michael? Are you for real? Happy early birthday to you, man. What are you gonna do? You gonna get some Popeyes or something? Fucking kick it? You gonna work? I mean, dude, respect. They better treat you nice at work. They better give you at least one, like, micro slice of pizza from the work pizza party or whatever. They better have, like, a cookie, an old-ass stale cookie in the break room for you or something at least. Oh my god, I just saved 1 minute and 20 seconds on that. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. I wish. Really nice start there. Yo, Square, thank you for the good luck. Dude, Square, isn't your channel the one that does like the fucking Lego Racers like mystery game tournament thing? That shit is so dope. I remember like being super stoned and like chancing upon that on YouTube one day. Buffer time again. Okay, if YouTube is being shitty, come to Twitch. Linked in the description. YouTube is being asked today. Come to Twitch. Come to the dark side. Mwahaha. Yeah, that's it. Flash Frenzy. That's the one I saw. Yep. You guys play a bunch of Flash games. That's really fun. It's a really fun concept. I like that. Battling it out in Flash games that like people may or may not even know what they are. That's very much like a thing that we would do at like GDQ or ESA or something in the practice room. Just have like a random. We have the PS1 at GDQ. They have a tradition in the practice room called the PS1 Mystery Game Tournament, where like 20, 30 people will enter in, and it's just one-on-one random PS1 games like selected by like the organizers or whatever. So it's like just two people that have never played a game before, just like going at it until there's one winner. I'm going here. Pain, dude. I did that jump, but I didn't turn in hard enough during that charge. That was painful. That was also painful. I'm gonna grab this life. Try that again. I didn't even have to go inside the castle there, but alas, here we are. Okay, last life. Last life. Here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of doing the turnaround, I'm gonna go straight here. 121 might be dead unless I can hit this. Okay, that's fine. That's not good, but it's fine. At least I'm alive. We're easily losing like a minute here. Pretty much worst case scenario for the supercharge. Short of game over. There's more and more turkey I need to grab there. Good thing it wasn't a better run that happened on, honestly. Not too torn up about it. But yeah, probably not 121 territory anymore. Please make this. Okay. We'll see. I need this life. Do not trust myself here. Trust yourself. Let fate decide. Find your destiny. Please give me this. Thank you. Holy shit, that was terrible. Yeah, that was pretty much as bad as that level could have gone without game overing. Pretty epic. Hello. I'm still gonna try. This is where you guys might have it backwards. I'm still gonna try to make this the best run possible right now. So we're locking in. Yeah, Lofty is way harder than Treetops, just for the supercharge. That's definitely a fair statement. Please get up there. My streams kept you from losing your mind, and you passed. Dude, congrats! Twanran, legend. GG's in the chat for Twan. Tulu, I see you everywhere I go. Dude, that's me and Penji's. Every time I'm lurking in another PlayStation speedrunner stream, it's like, there's Penji's. Every fucking time. Or Matt. It's the same thing with Matt 13. It's like we all just follow the same exact people. Yeah, I'd always make fun of Penji's for that. Said he has mod in everybody's channel. That's specifically why he doesn't have mod in my channel. It's because I don't. My channel is the last flag of independence from Penji overrule. I'm going the wrong way. Silly. Thought I was on the other route. When you do a speedrun like that, are you allowed to pause the game and then resume and it not void your run? You can pause the game, but the timer will resume during the pause. So you cannot pause the timer, but yes, you can pause the game. I should give you the sword. I feel like Time Traveler, honestly, like, if I'm being super honest, I feel like you probably do deserve mod at this point. Just on the strength that I know and trust you in real life. And you do lurk here a lot. And Megan isn't always, like, I actually don't have, like, really many active Twitch mods at the moment. So... after this run, I'll tell you what, if this run gets a, how far behind am I? If this run gets a 122, then I'll make Time Traveler a mod. Deal? Oops, this is really bad. I'm gonna have to do the weird recovery here. I'm gonna turn it around right now because I know I'm not making that cycle. Oh my god, I got that recovery. That's cool. I did not intend that, but that works out. That works out. That's where I should have grabbed the life instead of Lofty. This is Nancy Pelosi. Hello, this is Dog. Saving some time there. Just came back from cooking. What happened in Lofty? I died on the supercharge 3 times. And missed the bump at the end. Losing about a minute. A minute and some change. I basically fucked up as bad as you can in that level without game overing. Yikes, sorry to hear that. You don't have to feel bad for me. It's part of the journey. In fact, you should feel happy for me. That I'm keeping a good attitude in the face of whatever the fuck this run is. I think this run's super chill, actually. So there's really nothing to even be sorry about, though I do appreciate the apology. You attempted and failed to donate to the Democratic Republic. Or Democratic Party. I said the Congo Democratic Republic. My people! Trying to donate to my home country. Shit. Oh my god. Lock in. Hold on, check this out. Recovered. Oh yeah. Give me this. Bro, trying to donate to the Congo Democratic Republic. The delay is huge on your end. Yeah, consider watching on Twitch today. Because we are going to hop over to... I need to turn around for that. Because we are going to hop over to a song request soon. And YouTube is semi-broken lately with long, you know, stream delays. And sometimes it cut out like once or twice today. So yeah, if you want just a generally better viewing experience... consider watching on Twitch, if you can deal with the ads. Or if you want to give me a Prime sub to watch ad-free, that would also mean a lot. So if ever you had a sub to spare, now is a great time for that. Again, it's not my fault, it's YouTube just trash. I am lucky he didn't knock me down into the abyss there. That was actually a terrible ending to that level. As much as you love Spyro 2 and 3, you do wish they kept some of the stuff from this game, like spring chests. Those are rad as fuck, dude. Hell yeah. I wish I had the same enthusiasm and fervor for this game that you do. What's up, Harvey? What a recovery. Yeah, the fucking... I love that. The fucking barrel proxy. Laura showed me that. Like, what? I guess I got his gem. Might miss the... I'm gonna hit him early. Yeah, I had to hit him early there, that's fine. Okay, strats. Fuck. Fuck. Not exactly Jordy Jr. with that one. I'm gonna grab this. Oops. Please don't hit me with a grenade. That might have gotten them all. Ooh, I got lucky there. Normally when he shoots that way, it stops you. I don't know how it didn't. 245, bruh. Come on. Don't play with me. Wait, isn't that still missing a gem? 247? What am I missing? Am I tripping? What am I missing here? Hold on. There it is, this red. What the fuck? It's because I left that one green guy. I'm still getting used to doing the strat, leaving the guy. I guess you do have to get a certain degree of close enough to those reds as you're going through them. You can't just be like beside them. I guess you have to like touch the first couple and then go beside them to hit the green guy. I guess. Duly noted for future runs. Definitely blowing some time there. Still 122able. What's up, Super Duper? Welcome. Work. Hello. Barely. Yeah, I gotta work on my single shot credit skips. It seems like I miss them a lot more than I get them nowadays. I used to be more consistent with it. It is a bit of a crapshoot, to be fair. But I do hit it in record, I think. I just need more practice. Thanks, coach. No, you're right. All right, let's have a good loot here. Second try and record. Yeah. World record needs practice. Guys, I'm kind of trash at this game. Does anyone ever realize that? I feel like that's like the untold secret. Ugh. It's like, you have world records, so you must be good. And then meanwhile, people who actually speedrun this game are like, I don't know if Deo is all that, you know? But they'll never say that to me, you know? These voices only exist in my head. And to that end, they may not exist at all. But one of these days, I'll prove myself. Me fucking like a decade later. Fucking only 119. One day I'll prove myself as being actually good. You know, if there's one thing about imposter syndrome is it never goes away. But if there's another thing I've learned, a silver lining to that, is that you can hate yourself and think that everyone hates you and still be proud of yourself for trying in spite of that. It may be a bit of a dark way of looking at things, but it is a way that has worked for me. And I suppose hating oneself is a strong way of saying these things, but just speaking to some of the inner monologue that occurs, I think, within a lot of speedrunners' heads. I'm surely not alone in these feelings. Oh my god, come on. Trash. Anyways, now is the part where you guys tell me, no, Deo, don't be so critical. You're the best. This is the part where you guys gas me up, and then I'm like, no, nothing you guys can say will really change the way I feel about myself, and that's okay because I love you anyways. Alright, GG, 122.54. Be more critical. Reach a criticality event and explode like a nuclear power plant. GG. GG, that was fun. I'm glad I did that run today. I don't know if I want to do another run today, to be honest. Was there a time in the past where I had the world record? Yeah, that time is right now, and also 5 years ago as well. Can't believe the CS consistency trick's still a bitch. Yeah. I'm gonna leave your GG's lurk. Okay, I caught up to everything. Nice. Thanks everybody for the GG's. Yes, I did say I'd make a dude a mod. Not just any dude, but Time Traveler. Where are you at? Time Traveler in the chat. Gotta click on your name. There he is. Time Traveler. How do I do this? I have to do like /mod. Oh, I gotta type and shit. /mod Time Traveler. Boom. Did I do it? I think I did it. So we're just giving mod to whoever. Dude, Sephi just came out. Like, look, I would have been like, Sephi, you get a mod too. I would have said that, but first of all, you have YouTube mod. Second of all, this is your first message of the entire stream. Thirdly, you're gay. Not that that has anything to do with anything. Not that that's a reason why you should or shouldn't have mod. It's just, I'm just pointing it out. And nothing wrong with being gay. Just thought I'd mention that. Oh my god, dude. Crash Bash tournament for the stream key. Oh my god, imagine that. Fucking me, Hypnoshark, Zem, and who's another pod? Laura or somebody. All four of us gotta do fucking Bash, and whoever wins gets the stream key of everybody else. Just hijacks their entire channel. We're playing for pink slips. All right, guys, who's down for some chill song requests and runes? I don't feel like playing more Spyro right now, to be totally honest. I could, but eh. I'm gonna crack open a beer, fucking do some song requests, some RuneScape, and fucking chill. Who's down with that? Any song request RuneScapers in the chat? How does the song suggestion thing work? Somebody request a song in the Twitch chat and do what they do. You guys are not doing it right. Do I have to say it a lot? There we go. Wait. Yeah, no, almost. Oh, actually, that did technically work. It's better if you do the YouTube URL rather than just saying the name of the song in your message, because 90% of the time, it's gonna choose the wrong song if you do that. But yeah, there you go. What they're doing with the commands in the chat is what you do. Also, you have to be a Twitch sub as well. So if that sounds too crazy of an undertaking, then all good. But yeah, I'm gonna go pee real quick. I will be right back, and we are going to switch over. Let me update my title real quick. Old school runes. Oh, I need to update this. Clean up that description. All right, give me like